Hi guys, today I'm going to be doing a tutorial for a look that was requested by Girl in a Box from Makeup Alley. It was a look I did a while back. It was for a MySpace challenge. The challenge was movie boxes, and I did this movie, Popcorn. And the inspiration for the look was obviously her red lipstick and then the green and black kind of glowiness of the whole thing. So that's where I got my inspiration from. And so that's what we will be doing. Okay, so I've already got primer potion on my lid, and I put some underneath my lower lashes because we're going to be doing shadow underneath there as well. So what we're going to do to start is put the highlight on first. That way it makes it easier to blend in whatever you put here. So for my highlight, I am just using a matte ivory color. I don't remember what it's called. So just put it on your inner corner and blend out to the end of your eyebrow. And then we will put Gesso by MAC, which is just a matte white color, and we're going to pack it on the lid with a sponge tip applicator. I like to use a sponge tip applicator when I'm doing a solid color on the lid because it just gets it in there better, I think. So just pack that on your lid, and you don't really want to sweep, but more so pat it on. That way you don't rub any of the color off. So pat that on there. Don't worry about being neat. Okay, so now that we have that done, we're going to just blend it out a little bit just to get rid of the hard edges. And then what we're going to put on is Sassy Grass by MAC. In the original look, I used Landscape Green Pro Pigment, but I would rather use a solid pressed shadow just because it's less messy. So you really want to pack your brush in with that because we want it to be very vivid. So just start at your outer corner and just start pushing it into your crease. And you're going to have to swirl it in your color basically every time you press it in to get it to be really vivid. And then just kind of go side to side in the windshield wiper motion and blend that into your crease and above the crease. Whenever I do a color that's going in the crease and above the crease, I like to use a kind of flat, fluffy brush, and then so when I do my outer corner, I can turn it on its side, and then that kind of helps me make my shape. So I kind of turn it on its side and then blend back and forth. And then to that, we're going to add a lime or a chartreuse or even yellow if you want. I'm using Bitter by MAC. You want to go above where you put the darker green and just blend it right above there and into your brow bone a little bit because we want it to give it a look like it's kind of glowing like the movie box does. So just kind of blend that in. And then I like to take a very fluffy brush and then just go over my whole eye. And then I think we need to blend more of the bitter into the brow bone. So I'll just blend that in there really good. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take a very pigmented black and go into the crease with it. I'm using the black single shadow by NYX because it's the most pigmented black I've ever found, aside from MAC Pro Pigment and Black, which is what I usually use. I don't think Carbon is very pigmented, so I think this is way better, and it's way cheaper, and I think you get a lot more product. So you go into the crease and just kind of lightly draw a line into the crease. Be careful with this because it's very dark. And then once you got it in there, take a brush and blend that. And then I like to take more of the darker green and put it over the black just to help it blend a little bit better. So now we're going to go underneath here and put the shadow. Take just a smaller brush, whatever kind you like to use. I'm using a shader brush from Sephora that looks like this. And then swirl it in your green. And then just start at your outer corner or inner corner, whichever you prefer. And go underneath there with it. And then underneath that, you want to take the bitter or whatever chartreuse or lime color you're using, because we're going to do that same kind of glowy effect. And then after that, take your black and then lightly go right at the lash line. I need to use my mirror a little bit. Okay. You want to get as close to your lash line as possible with this. Okay, so we're done with that, and now you want to take a black eyeliner and line your waterline. Whoops. And I just smeared black all over my cheek. Awesome. Okay. And now we're ready to curl our lashes and then put on mascara. When I want a more dramatic look, I like to use Fabulash mascara by Revlon. It's kind of got a weird brush. It's like corkscrew. I don't know if you can see that or not. But the trick to putting this on and making it look normal is you gotta kind of tap it onto the lashes rather than dragging it through. You get a much better outcome by doing that. So put your mascara on. Okay, so we're done with the eyes, and I already have my lipstick and my blush on. I used MAC Prism for my blush, and for my lipstick I used this one. It is, I believe, Retro Red by NYC. Just, you want kind of more of a, I wouldn't say an orange based red, but a really bright, vivid, not a deep red. And And then I used MAC lip gloss in Russian Red over that, or you can use any sort of bright red lip gloss you want. And that is it. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it was helpful. And if you want to see any looks or request anything, just send me a message on YouTube. Otherwise, if you're a member of Makeup Alley, my username is GhostyBoo on there as well. Just send me a message on there, and I will get back to you.